Jeff here from Pelham's Aquatics. I'll go ahead and set my camera up here on the tripod. Just doing a quick pop-up here. And just checking out my Blue Dream tank here. This is a 55 gallon. I just dropped in a couple of snail cookies here and just checking this out here. There's nobody in the chat. Oh, hi Sandy, hello. Can you hear me okay? Hey Steve, can you hear me all right? Oh, thank you. I'm just doing a kind of a late pop-up. I had a little issue down in my fish room and my sump pump stopped working, so I had to get that working again. And oh, speak up? Oh, sorry. I'll try and bring the phone closer to me. Does that sound okay, Steve? Oh, I see. Okay. Right. Yeah, so like I was saying, my sump pump in my basement, for some reason or another, it stopped running. And here in Michigan, it's been thawing out pretty quickly. And I came down to the fish room late. And I noticed I had about 1.5 inches of water on my floor. So I do have it working again. And so now it's drying up down here on the floor. So I thought I'd come down and just to check things out down here. And I seen the Blue Dreams were looking pretty good. So I figured I'd go ahead and start doing a little live stream. I certainly am glad you guys are here to see this. Not that it's that spectacular or anything, but it's always nice to have people join in. You have mice in the kitchen. Oh my. Oh, there is a lot of babies in this tank, Sandy. I started out with, I put 10 shrimp in this tank. I'm gonna take the camera and move it around. About 2.5, 3 months ago. And as you can see, there's quite a few babies all over the place here. Oh, hey Craig, how you doing? I'm just up, I had my sump pump went out in my basement, and so I'm down here. Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot in here. My sump pump had stopped working, so I had about 1.5 inches of water on my floor, Craig, and I had to come down here and get it running again. But this is my backup colony, one of them. Oh no, that's terrible. Do you have a cat, Steve? We have two house cats that are, I should call them my little sons because they're like family. Oh, you're having some dramas, Craig. I hope everything's going to be all right. If you want to talk about it, we can. I've been going through some dramas myself lately. And I may have to address them pretty soon. 1,000 milks. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not sure what that, what all that entails, but I know that in Australia, they've had a terrible mice problem over the years. Yeah, rats or mice, either one, Steve, is gonna be a bad situation. They breed like crazy. We had a tree that went through our kitchen window at our old house. And I tell you, it broke into the outdoors and we had an infestation that was just crazy. We had to call the exterminator, actually. Yeah, they're dirty little buggers, aren't they? Oh, they bring the mice in. Oh, wow. Well, my cats don't even go outside anymore. Oh yeah, the mice are terrible. They're just filthy little creatures. Yeah. That's a terrible situation. I'm gonna take the camera around here and show you guys some other things too. Oh yeah, maybe there's a mouse channel. I don't know. Yeah, take a look at the scuds. These little pests, I don't know if we can even see them or not. They're so tiny. I feed those to my apistogrammas. There's some right there swimming. Oh, that's a good idea. Here's the original Blue Dream colony, Sandy, that I started in everyone. I got my first 10 shrimp about, it was back in early September. No, go ahead and talk about the mice. That's great, actually. I kind of enjoy the cross conversation. And this was an original 10 shrimp in here, but if you can see up here in the plants, let's see if I can get down here. There's a lot back there. There's a lot of tiny babies that you can't even see because they're almost invisible. They're so tiny. Really small. Let's see, you go over here by the light. Not even sure how this, oh, there's quite a few in there. And then I have a third colony. This is all from the original. That other one was a 55 gallon. This is just a 10. And then down here I have a 20 gallon. Let's go down here. And I put 10 shrimp in here, and there's more than that now, but not as many. I just started this one not too long ago. But also, if you can see, see if I can find one. Oh, there's one. Right over here. That's it's called a Cambarellus diminutus. It's called the least dwarf crayfish. It's full grown. And here's another one crawling up here. This is one of the males behind the clay pot. I don't know if you can see it near the center of the screen. And the males get to about 3/4 of an inch. Those clay pots there are 2 inches across. So that gives you an idea. And these are full grown. And some of my big female blue dreams are as big as that male crayfish there. Oh, there's one closer down here too. Let's see if I can get down right over in this area. You can see next to my finger there. They don't seem to bother the shrimp. Now, if they're getting any of them, I haven't seen it yet. But I seen these and I said, well, I'm going to try those in the fish room, see how they do. I've heard they're supposed to breed almost as easy as the shrimp do. So I'm kind of anxious to see if they have babies. There's with a female there, right above my finger there. And they get a little bit bigger. They get to about an inch. to maybe an inch and maybe a quarter, the biggest. So I'll go ahead and keep moving around here and look at some other things too. Yeah, those mice are real. Oh, down here's my pistogramma. He's looking out of his little cave there. That black molly gets out of the way. Move it. There he is. That's the male. Not sure where the female is at the moment. There she is. Right back there she is. Okay. I've had these guys for almost a year now, and I'm hoping that they breed, but I'm thinking that my water might be a little bit too hard. They like it around 7.0 or a little bit less. Come over here to the mystery snail tank. These are the ones every one of these I've bred. I love these guys. They're just interesting to watch them glide around the tank. Got some black ones there. There it goes, gliding on down. Oh, I bet they'd give me the heebie-jeebies too. Here's my filthy African cichlid tank. I got to do some work in this one. I was going to do it earlier, but my basement flooded. Got my red zebras and dragon blood peacocks. Got to get the algae cleaned off the glass on this one. I'm just lazy. That's what the problem is. There's my nice breeder male. I named, that one's Casanova. Nice and colorful. Oh, thanks, Craig. Yeah, I've bred a whole bunch of these dragon bloods. I got a whole bunch. In fact, I'll take you around and show you the, I got a few babies over here growing out. Excuse the mess down here. I'll just go ahead and get over to this tank. I got lots of holding females right now. Oh, the dragon bloods are a favorite as well. Yeah, I like them. They're really beautiful. I got a few red zebras in here from, because they breed like crazy. I'm sure you know that, the Mbunas. So I got a few of those in there. They're a little bit bigger. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a male right there. He seems to be the most dominant one out of all the little fry. Yes, I had some that were kind of an orangish color even, but these are really nice. Oh, the yellow labs are beautiful too. Very beautiful. I'll go over here and I'll show you the red zebra tank, and they're 75 gallon. Apologize for all the algae on the glass. The water's in good quality, but there's the big alpha male right there. He's runs the show in there. And there's a female holding right down there. You can see her chin is distended because she's got a mouthful of babies right now. Let's go over here and I'll show you my sunfish. Now this sunfish right here, I've had this for 6 years. That's Sunny. And I netted him when he was a tiny fry, smaller than the ones we just looked at. Oh, these over here are red zebras. They're more of an orange actually, but they call them red zebra. Oh yes, they're very pretty. I like them. You know, they're a little on the aggressive side, but not too bad. Oh, thanks, Steve. Yeah, I really like the snails. Yeah, this guy now, I hit him when I got him. He was probably less than a half an inch long, and now he's about 7 inches long. This one here. I got the this eye biter cichlid, but his tail. If you notice his tail, it grew funny. He's got a long spike growing out of his tail. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you can see over here, they're doing pretty nice over here. They're species only in this tank. I mean, the male gets a little bit irate once in a while when he wants to breed and the females don't want to, but other than that, you can see they get along fairly peaceful. Of course, I got the convict cichlids. They've always got babies in here. Oh yeah, they shake. When they're ready to breed, they start doing the shimmy. They got babies down there in that PVC elbow. I've been keeping convicts for over 40 years. I don't know why I keep them, but they're nice fish. I mean, they're nothing I can make any money on, but I like them. I mean, look at that. Who doesn't like that? It's a beautiful fish. It's like he just broke out of prison or something. You got the right outfit. Oh yeah, they are very underrated. I do agree with that. Do you have any in your fish room right now, Craig? I'm not sure if I've seen them or not. Yeah, once you get them, they're kind of like duckweed. You never get rid of them. Yeah, and I also like the fire mouths. I have a breeding pair of fire mouths upstairs, and I got a bunch of fry from them. Of course, they're not fry anymore. They're small juveniles. They even throw pink ones. You see that pink one there? They have the grandmother to these fish. I had a female pink convict, and the male stripe had bred with it, and their babies were all striped. But the babies that rebred started throwing about 50% pink convicts. Kind of a nice shade of pink there for the little difference. Kind of catches the eye a little bit. Okay. But yeah, he's got a nice color pink on him there, that dragon blood. I really feel terrible about this glass, guys. I'm going to get it cleaned up and redo this sometime and soon. Yeah, but he's the father to all the babies that I have. And I've had hundreds from this male and these females. That right there is not a that's a albino eye biter that I got along with those other ones we just looked at. And it's really a peaceful fish, actually. It doesn't really do much in there. It doesn't go after anybody. There he is. I had to move him to this tank because in the other tank he was beaten to the point where he's almost dead. The normal eye biters did not like it at all. And they continually attacked it, and I was like, well, I'm not going to lose this fish, so I brought him over here. That convict was the original fish in this tank. I put him in here to cycle it a couple years ago for this tank. He's been in there ever since. And of course over here's a bunch of grow outs. That right there is Casanova's son right there. He looks just like him, with chip off the old block. Or a scale off the old fish, I don't know how. Right. Yeah, here's another holding female right down there. I got lots of red zebras in there there's at least 2 in there that I know of that have a mouthful of babies. But I don't have any place for them right now, so if some survive, they survive, but I can't save every one of them. I got too many tanks wrapped up with them right now, and I got other things I need to do. Oh, I got to do a gravel vac or a sand vac in here. Looking terrible. Oh. Let's go back over to the snails. I like this better. Yeah, these guys are looking great. I just love to watch them. Flipping their tentacles around, gliding down to the bottom. Little ram's horn snail's riding on that one right there. Oh, no, it wasn't. He's on the glass now. Okay. Now he's going to glide down. There he goes. This is the pearlweed I got from Tara's Tank Friends. It's really, really nice. And I got a ghost shrimp there. I don't know if you can see the ghost shrimp. Where is he at? Right there. They just kind of hang out in it. Well, I hope you get your mice taken care of, Steve. That's got to be a real pressure on you right there. I tell you, I wouldn't like that at all. Lots of ram's horn snails in this tank too. I've noticed one thing. Once I added the ram's horn snails to this tank, the breeding took off for these shrimp. And I think having them in there does something to help them. Because they've been breeding off the hook. I tell you, there's quite a few in there. I'm not sure how many, probably over 100, I would imagine. Yeah, these guys are all jam-piled on the algae wafer I put in. Yeah, what I've heard is there's something in the ram's horn snails, when they defecate, I guess when the shrimp eat it, it gets some kind of special enzyme that makes them more immune to problems. So that's what I read anyway. It's definitely not hurting the scud population in here because this could pick it up. There is a lot of them in there, but it really doesn't pick them up too well. Some of the really big ones you can see, but there's a lot of babies down there. It's not going to want to focus. Yeah, this is mostly just a working fish room. I got to make some nice looking tanks though for myself. I mean, they're all my tanks, but I don't have any really nice scape tanks. Do you have any other fish in there? Because if you threw on like some live bears, they would eat all those scuds up. I try to get them to go on purpose because I like to feed them to my apistos over here. The only problem is when I put them in this tank, this little group of black mollies eat them just as fast, if not faster than than he does. Well, hey Gil, how you doing, my friend? I'm just doing a little bit of a impromptu pop-up live stream. I'm kind of a late owl here in where I live, and well, that's great. Good to hear that. Oh, hi, Only Oscars. Hello, welcome. I was having some problems earlier, Gil. My sump pump in my basement went out, and I came down here late, and I found I had about 1.5 inches of water on my floor. It's all cement, but it's drying up now. The sump pump over there in the corner. The unfinished basement, so it's not that big of a deal. All my stands are with cinder blocks and off the floor, so except for this one, of course, it's metal. But I think it'll be all right. It's already drying up pretty well down here. But yeah, I came down here to that and I was like, oh geez, I was gonna do some work in my work down here, but it took me a while to get the sump pump going again, and so I went ahead and decided to pick up the camera and just try like a pop-up live, just to walk around and show a few things. Oh, are you? Oh, that's gonna be nice. Your tanks are so beautiful, I tell you. As you can see, my tanks aren't that pretty to look at. I gotta do some aquascaping. My plants, I'm not real familiar with the plants. I'm starting to get to the point where I love plants, but I just started using them because in the past, all I had mostly was cichlids, and they would tear the plants up. We're gonna have a tag team drop in here. There they go. A little bit down. And they would tear the plants up, so, and of course the African cichlids, you can't have the plants with them because they actually eat them. But I'm kind of transferring them out and starting some other breeding projects with other fish that are plant friendly. So coming up, there'll be a lot more plants in the fish room here. Yeah, I'm figuring them out. Luckily, I have Tara. She lives in my state, and she's great with plants. And pretty much all the plants that I have in here, other than my Java moss and hornwort, I got from her. This pearlweed I got from her. And that started out with just a small plant, and now it's about the size of a football. And it floats there, and it's really nice. The snails like to crawl on it, and the shrimp. Yeah, every single one of these snails I've bred, and the black mollies. I got black mollies all over the place upstairs. I got a few of them down here, not many. I'm just hoping the apistogrammas will breed for me. They've been doing well in there for about a year, and I've seen some activity, but I haven't seen any fry yet. Of course, I would take those black mollies out if I did, but I'm down here looking at them every day, and I have never seen anything, so. And they haven't been very aggressive. I know that once they do breed, they'll go after them. No, not completely. I also have, if you see in the back of these tanks here, I got sponges. I'm gonna try and go, well, I'll show you up here. This is the PVC, it goes back to the pump all the way up there. It's a big 90 liter per minute, and I have to bleed a lot of air out, but I have, in those 275s right there, I have 2 sponge filters each. And then these 275s, I have 2 sponge filters. And then this one I have a Penguin 350 hang on back, and the same over here. Now on those tanks over there, I have 2 Penguin 350s on each one of them. But all these tanks here in the center, got this 20 here. That's sponge filter only, that's sponge filter only. Here's 2 new tanks I got right here that I've got to get this thing attached up here on the floor joist up above so I can get these tanks set up. It's just a, did I miss somebody coming in the chat? I can't see who's in there. I seen something come across the screen, but I was the Bessie blocks. I'm not sure what those are. Yeah, down here I got the cinder blocks for all these. So on this particular stand right here, I have the 40-gallon breeder. I got 2, 3, 4 20-gallon longs, and then I got this 10-gallon over here that I need to set up. Over across the way over there, I got another 10-gallon that I get from the sales. Yeah, cinder blocks, okay. And yeah, that's all, pretty much all I got right now. It's coming along. Oh, I have the 65-gallon over here. I've got it filled up, it holds water. And it's a pretty nice tank. It's 36 inches wide, 18 inches front to back, and 2 feet tall. So I think Gil was telling me I could put some jungle veil in this tank. Would probably be pretty nice. Let's come back over this way. I'm not sure if you've seen any of my, let me come over here. My dwarf crayfish, Gil, but if I can spot some here, where are they at? You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off this tripod. It's easier to hold it. There we go. Okay. There's one right down there. Well, you have seen them, okay. Oh, that's right, yeah. You know, I'd love to go to Australia. I've always wanted to. It's such a beautiful country. Oh yes, it is very, I'm seeing the, well, I've seen it on television. I've never seen it in person, but it is beautiful. I know you guys had your celebration for Australia Day. I remember Adele talking about it, and she had a live stream on it. I popped in, but I was kind of quiet. I just kind of watched. And that's fantastic. I love that Ayers Rock. It's really cool looking. I'm not sure if I pronounce that right, but yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad that sump pump got started back up. I was really worried. Now, this floor down here, you can see it's still a little bit more damp over there, but this was like a small lake in here. It was like an inch and a half across the entire floor. And of course, I got this particle board over there that's soaked. I got to get that out of here before it molds up. So I'll get that out of here in the morning. Right now here, I'm not sure what time it is. I know I'm 14 hours behind you guys in Australia, but I'm a late owl, so this is kind of like my early evening basically, or maybe mid-evening for me. So it must be morning there for you, right? Oh yeah, I have another one up here. This one right here could probably, it's a little bit loud. This does 38 liters per minute. It could probably in a pinch cover the tanks I got in here. It wouldn't be as, I got them just running these 6 tanks here right now. Oh, 5:30 p.m. there. Oh, that's great. Hi, Jeff. Hey, my name is Jeff also. Welcome. I'm just walking around my disheveled fish room here showing stuff randomly. I go over different tanks. I've been over these tanks probably a couple times already, but I'm just walking around down here and giving people a chance to see some of the stuff I have. I do have one lone blue dream in that tank. It must have got in there. I don't know if it jumped from this side to over here or not, but I don't remember putting it in there. Jeff, are you from Australia as well? Oh, Wisconsin, okay. You're just across the lake from us. I'm in Michigan. I got my order from Crayfish Empire and I put in one of those snail and shrimp cookies. These guys are going crazy for it. Even the Pleco there likes it. Bunch on the rock there. Somewhere in this tank I have about 3 or 4 assassin snails, but I think they're all vegetarian because I've never seen them take down any snails in here, and I've only came across 1 or 2 empty shells, and I think that might have been from old age. These blue dreams are nice and dark though. They just do really well. But yeah, in this tank I got the double sponge filter there, small one. And these sponge filters over here are supposed to be good for up to like a 60-gallon tank, but I'm not going to run a whole tank on just one filter. I'd have to have 2 or 3 sponges in the 50 gallons on up. Then I got this bio wheel filter here. That's a 200 gallon per hour. It does. It's supposed to anyway. It does pretty good though. It has a pretty good flow. Got an intake sponge on there. Well, I sure appreciate everybody coming on here to join me this evening. That's really nice. I didn't expect anybody to show up, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of new to this kind of stuff and streaming, that is. I have a stream that I do on Wednesday. Oh, the bio wheels? Oh, they come out. I can take them out easily enough. You just pluck them right out of there. They got to be kept really just so, otherwise they stop spinning, but it's not too hard to keep them going. I'm not sure how much biological help they do, but yeah, might be just a gimmick. I don't know. I've been using them for a long time, but they seem to do all right. Oh, new to the hobby. You're new. Oh, yeah, I've been in the hobby for a long time. I got my first tank on my 10th birthday. And that was back in the late Cretaceous. And now we're here. I'm gonna slide back this way. I'm on my rolling chair, and I'm gonna have a seat for a moment and bring it over to this tank. In this tank, I got my Blue Star Endlers that I got from Terra. And they bred in here, and I got some tiny fry in here. See if I can get a picture of the males here. They're really, really colorful, if I can get them just right in the light. There they are in the front here. They get back in there, they are back there. Tiny little fish. I've never had any guppies in my fish room. I was mostly just a cichlid guy for the longest time. Now I've switched over and I breed a few different varieties of the bristlenose plecos. This is my albinos. Of course, I have a lot of albinos down here. They seem to be the most prolific, the ones I have. My super reds bred fairly well, and I had quite a few of them. I sold out of them, and then the pair, I mean, I've had them for quite a long time, and I think they just died of old age, and I haven't replaced them yet. But I'd like to get some more super reds in the fish room, and I got a nice little population of ghost shrimp in here breeding. See if we can see any of, there's some of the shrimplets there. They're really hard to see because they're so transparent. But I put 3 ghost shrimp in this tank, and now I've got quite a few. Let's see, there's where are they all at? Maybe I'm just not seeing them with my eyes. Let's see. Well, there's one of the baby endlers there I was mentioning earlier. They are just tiny little things, and the parents. Oh, there's one of the shrimplets back there. Hey, Craig. Oh, you're saying hi to Jeff Kane. Okay. Yeah, because you've been here for a while. Hi, Mexicali. I'm sorry for if I haven't said anything. I can't really see the chat until it pops up, and then if I'm looking at the tank, I don't see it. There's one of the parents right there of the. Oh yeah, I have the yellow. I have the lemon blue eyes upstairs. They are just. I think they're my favorites overall. There's one of the parents. You can see the heart beating on it if you look really close. Really interesting little creatures here. I think it has a baby shrimplet on it. I see something moving there. Can you guys see that? I'm not sure if I can zoom in. I'm trying, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. But it looks like a tiny shrimplet. You see it? Okay, Sandy, thank you. I thought I was seeing things for a second, but I think there's baby shrimplets. Ghost shrimp. Now these are from, I bought some at a PetSmart. They were like 39 cents a piece 2 years ago. And they bred upstairs in the 20-gallon upstairs. And then I brought some down here and they really just kind of took off more. And these they bred before I got the Endlers in there, but the Endlers don't seem to bother the baby shrimplets that I've noticed. But I think these shrimplets are a little bit bigger at birth. Oh yeah, I like the ghost shrimp. I think most folks just look at them as something to feed your fish. But I thought to myself, well, they're kind of interesting in their own right. And I love keeping them in the tank. It's just really, see if I can get this guy to focus in here a little bit. There's a little one right there. Yeah, there's some really small ones there too. I don't know if you can see that one near the middle of the screen. I can barely make it out. Of course, my eyes are really not very good. I'm just grateful that I can see them sometimes. But this moss, I'm really kind of impressed with it. I put it in, it was a one clump, I put it over near the corner. And over time, it's kind of carpeted all the way across and almost covers the entire tank now. I bet it will at some point, but it spreads out and it stays put. And I noticed that when the Endlers had their fry, they were down there swimming near the bottom. A little different. Yes, they do. Yep. I like having a diverse ecosystem in the tank. It's really nice. The snails, the fish, the shrimp. I'm a big fan of the snails. I know a lot of people don't really care for them, but I tell you, I look at them in a different way. I don't have any of the bladder snails, the pond snails. I know people don't like them, but I'd like to get some because I think they're really great tank cleaners from what I heard. I know they can get out of control, but I mean, if I wanted to, I could manually remove a lot of these, but they're not doing any harm in there, so I just keep them. Oh, you prefer the bladder snails? Okay. I've never had them yet. I do like the ram's horn quite a bit, and I love the mystery snails that I have, that I breed. But I think overall, I used to like the mystery snails the best, but I'm really thinking I'm gaining, I think the ram's horn are about my favorite at the moment. Oh, that's a great idea, putting them in your sump. Oh, me too. Me too. I'm Jeff, by the way, Mexicali. And I love having guppies eat baby bladder snails. Oh, okay. Oh, so maybe if I put some in here, these little Endler might eat them. Keep the numbers down a little bit. Oh no, I won't put these in the sump. I think Jeff Kane mentioned that he puts them in his sump to keep the sump clean. Ah, okay. I don't have any sumps. Oh, here's a view of the little, see if I can see them up there. There they are. There's some more of the little Blue Star Endler fry. They're just little tiny things. I just love seeing new life popping around here, you know? With all the crap that's going on in the world, I can sit down here for hours and just let it all melt away. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm in no danger of my ram's horns right now. Well, what we see down here, upstairs, I probably have an equal amount. Over in the 55, there's probably a lot more than what I have in this one, but If you look down there, there's lots of little egg jelly eggs on the moss. And sometimes you see, well, that's a water spot there. I thought it was a patch of eggs, but they also lay them on the glass quite a bit. Yeah, they're looking nice in here tonight. You know, some nights I just can't sleep and I want to come down here and watch the fish. So I figured, well, if I'm going to watch it, maybe somebody else can watch them along with me, you know. And so there they are. I think one of the females is pregnant again already. She's starting to bulge a little bit. This tank's going to be hopping with them pretty soon, I bet. Let's glide over this way. This is a kind of a mess tank here. I got this, this is called Pilo moss, P-I-L-O. And it's got this sediment on it. It's not algae or nothing, but I know that, well, there is algae on that Anubias right there. Let's see if I can, yeah, grab my tongs here and I can move this around a little bit so we can see it a little better. Just where are we at? Move this back this way. This is one of my new Higer lights that I just got that they had sent me. And of course I got these convicts in here. I put them in there just to, you know, basically keep the cycle going when I got this tank set up. They're kind of freaking out now. There's the male right there. They're pretty peaceful for being the convicts. They only mess with each other. They don't really nip at the baby plecos or anything, really, to speak of. But yeah, I got some algae growing on this. I got some, looks like blackbeard algae. Let's see here. See if I can just, I probably need to go in there and clip that little piece right there. I don't want to pull on it and have it dislodge. I was thinking about getting a Siamese algae eater or two for this tank. Might be much with everything I got stocked in it, but as long as I keep up on the water changes, which I do that every week. That's just a little 50-watt heater I'm using down here, and does a pretty good job. Keep this tank about 77, 78. That algae looks kind of nice on that rock, actually. I kind of like that a little bit. But I don't want it all over my Anubias. You know, so nice to get that, and you know, so nice for people to give me these plants. I bought the pillow moss, so I bought that when I got my Blue Dream shrimp. Yes, they do. In fact, I'm thinking of maybe moving, I might do that, bring some of the black mollies over in here because they come from the actually the same waters as the convicts down in South and Central America. And I could put some of those in there. I bet they would really go to town on that algae, actually. I had that, what's it called? The cyanobacteria. It's like that really blue-green jelly. Oh, hey, Mark, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. It was that blue-green, I think it's cyanobacteria, I think it's called. But those, I put my black mollies in there, and they devoured it in about 3 weeks. And it was everywhere. They just really just ate it all. Oh, hey. Good night, Mark. I don't know if he's talking to me or somebody else. My name is Jeff also, by the way, Mark. I don't know if you knew that or not. Well, I'm really, really pleased to see everybody in here. I really honestly didn't expect anybody to show up. I mean, it's really great. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that algae looks kind of nice there, but I will maybe throw some mollies in there. That's a great idea, Sandy. I'll do that. I got about, I don't know how many I have. I know I have at least a couple hundred, and most of them are upstairs. I can't film up there right now because my wife is. Oh, right. Right. Good night, Jeff. We'll see you next time, Jeff. Okay, thank you so much, sir, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'll try some more of these live streams and try to get it, make it better. And, but yeah, I think I will throw some of those mollies in here. Like I was saying, Sandy, I'll do that. I'll bring some down here. Well, for one thing, those convicts, all they want to do is hide all day. And I think if I have those in here swimming around, they'll work as a really nice dither for them. And then I'll be able to see them more. I got a lot of breeding going on here with these mystery snails here. I got a clutch right there. And then I'm going to bring the camera up and around and see if we can see it or not. May have to pull the actual. I got a clutch right here, and over here's a smaller one. And then there's, I think there's one more over here. Yeah, there it is, right below my finger there, under the ledge. So I leave the water level down a little bit, and I keep this lid closed most of the time so that it can stay nice and moist and warm and humid in there, so that when they hatch, they'll be able to slide right down the glass into the tank. But I've bred an awful lot of mystery snails, and oh, I didn't even realize I had that Malaysian trumpet snail in here. I don't think I've seen any other ones besides that one. Okay. Well, you know, I've been streaming now, guys, for about an hour. I don't know if you guys would like to hang out with me for a little while longer. If you do, I'll stay on. And but I'm going to leave it up to you guys, because I don't want to bore you guys too much with all this stuff. It's just, you know, I get to talk and I kind of run out of things to talk about, and I don't want to be boring for you. So. That one just fell down from back there. Yeah, but this moss has grown a lot. I've only had about the size of my fist here when I first got it, maybe a little smaller, but it's grown about 3 or 4 times. And I got that. It's about that size right there, actually. Not boring? Well, thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that very much. Yeah. We have 6 hours, okay. I'm here in Michigan. I'm a late owl, so right now it is 1:54 a.m. here, but I'm usually up till about 3 or 4. Lately, I've turned into a kind of a creature of the night. I like to stay up late with the fish, and it's my quiet time. Get away from it all, you know, and just kind of chill. Oh, 11:54 in Arizona, okay. How's the weather in Arizona right now? Here it's kind of rainy, it's warming up. The snow's is pretty much melted. Very nice, oh yeah. I'm really liking winter less and less. Low 70s, oh, that's perfect. That's my favorite weather. That is nice. Here it's probably about 40, 45. Good morning. Hi, Donna. I'm just up late with the fish. 41 degrees Celsius. That's pretty hot, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, this is probably my mid to late evening. With my schedule, I'm usually up till around 4 o'clock, and then I hit the bed, and I'm probably sleep till maybe 10 a.m. I get about 5 to 6 hours a night. Hello, Andrew. Yeah, I had a little bit of an issue down here. I'm not sure if I mentioned this to everybody, but I came down here a little bit later than normal, and my whole basement had about 1.5 inches of water on it because my sump pump stopped working. And all it took me is to touch the PVC pipe that goes down to it, and it started back up, and then it drained everything right away. And now it's drying up down here. I'll show you the floor here a little bit. It was quite wet. It was about 1.5 inches of water on the floor, but now it's, as you can see, it's dry in most areas now. But I like having the cement floor. I do have some particle board over on the floor over there I need to pick up because I don't want it to mold. I'll just throw that out tomorrow. And yeah, go over here and breeze over this way, and there's the baby Africans. Oh, I understand that. I'm not sure if you're having tea or coffee, but I hope you enjoy it, Donna. I'm a coffee person myself. I probably drink too much of the stuff, but he's still in bed. Hey, from now on, you have to get up when Donna does. She goes to work, you go to work. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, Donna. I hope work goes smoothly for you. This is basically my work down here. Of course, right now I'm not doing any shipping at the moment, but probably by mid to late March, I'll get back into it. And I got quite a few, oh, you're very welcome. Yes. You had better, huh? Right. So, well, I've enjoyed our time this evening. I think I will probably start winding down and get upstairs and get ready for bed. And I didn't have plan on doing this. Is like I say, it's just a pop-up. But I came down here and I seen the floor and I got the sump working again and the sump pump, and now it's dry enough where I can, I had planned on doing a bunch of work down here on the tanks, but I wasn't able to because I had to deal with that. But that's all sorted out now. Yeah, my little antlers, I love them. Where the baby's at? There's some babies in here somewhere. Oh, my light flipped on it. Let me get this straightened around here. The suction cups on the light bulb there. There it goes. That's better. Yep, got a few blue dream in here. I do have a buried female in this tank. I don't know how they're going to do with all these little endlers, but there's certainly enough cover down here that I'm sure that maybe some of them might survive. I just put them in here just for something else to look at besides the ghost shrimp. And there's one of the ghosts right there. There's one of the baby endlers. Yeah, but I am impressed with this moss, how it's carpeted. Started out with a blob and then it just kind of spread out on its own. I didn't do anything to it. I didn't initiate any of that. And it's covering the bottom. I can move it all into one side and then it'll be like this in another couple of days. I did that once because I did a minor gravel vac, and sand vac, I should say, because it's aragonite sand. And after a few days, it just naturally goes back like this. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for joining me. I was just kind of down here, and oh, they do. They go to their new home tomorrow. Yeah, I hope they make it to Michigan safe and sound. Really looking forward to that. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be picking on you about that. So, well, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I really, really appreciate everyone who came in here to say hello and put up with my droning on for all this time. Thank you, Donna. Yes, I will. I think I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. Oh, thanks a lot, Sandy. I appreciate it. I really, really do very much. Thank you so much, Sandy. I'll see you again on here, hopefully. I will do more of these. And everyone, have a great evening. Thank you so very much. And I will talk to you all soon, okay? Thanks, Gil. I appreciate that. You have a good day, mate. Okay? All right. Thanks again, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.